Welcome. We stand at the precipice of the unknown, peering into shadows where truth remains tantalizingly out of reach. Our world, so meticulously charted and understood, still cradles enigmas that defy explanation, puzzles with missing pieces scattered by time and circumstance. These are not mere curiosities but profound questions that echo through history, challenging our perception of reality, of what is possible, and indeed, what is knowable. Today, we embark on a journey into some of these enduring riddles, the mysteries that will never be solved. Consider the tales that have been whispered down generations, the events that have baffled investigators and ignited the imaginations of millions. These are the stories that linger, like a persistent chill in the air, long after the initial shock has faded. They are the silent monuments to the inexplicable, where logic falters and speculation takes flight. Each mystery we explore is a unique landscape of doubt and intrigue, a testament to the vastness of what we do not yet comprehend and perhaps never will. Prepare yourselves, for we are about to delve into narratives that have haunted humanity for decades, even centuries. These are not simple tales of forgotten lore. They are complex tapestries woven with threads of the bizarre, the tragic, and the utterly perplexing. Join me, Rahul Goswami, as we navigate these labyrinthine accounts, where every clue seems to lead to yet more questions, and where the line between the known and the unknowable blurs into an unsettling haze. The journey begins now. Our first exploration takes us to the desolate, snow-swept slopes of Kholat Syakhl, the Dead Mountain, in Russia's Ural Range. It was here, in the biting cold of February 1959, that a group of 9 experienced ski hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, met a fate so bizarre, so terrifying, that it continues to defy rational explanation. They were young, adventurous, and well prepared for the harsh conditions of the Siberian wilderness. Yet something went catastrophically wrong, something that drove them from the relative safety of their tent into the lethal embrace of a sub-zero night, ill-equipped and in apparent panic. The scene discovered by search parties weeks later was one of utter bewilderment and horror. Their tent, inexplicably, had been sliced open from the inside. Footprints, some from bare feet, led away from the camp towards the dense tree line, a silent testament to a desperate flight. The first bodies found near the remains of a hastily built fire were clad only in their underwear, despite temperatures plummeting to -30 degrees Celsius. What could have prompted such a sudden, irrational exodus, abandoning warmth, shelter, and vital supplies in the face of an unforgiving environment? This question marks only the beginning of the enigma. As investigators delved deeper, the mystery only intensified. Some of the hikers had suffered severe internal injuries, crushed ribs and fractured skulls, yet, remarkably, showed no external signs of trauma, as if subjected to an immense unseen pressure. One of the group, Lyudmila Dubinina, was found missing her tongue and eyes. Furthermore, traces of inexplicable radioactivity were detected on some of their clothing. The official Soviet inquiry, conducted with a curious haste, concluded that an unknown compelling natural force was responsible, a verdict that satisfied few and only fueled rampant speculation across the ensuing decades. Theories abound, ranging from an avalanche, though the topography and evidence at the site make this unlikely, for many to secret military weapons testing, perhaps even an encounter with something beyond our earthly understanding. Whispers of strange lights in the sky, reported by other locals around the same time, add another layer of intrigue. Were they victims of a rare weather phenomenon, a clandestine military operation gone awry? Or did they stumble upon something far more ancient and sinister, hidden within the silent snow-clad peaks of the Dead Mountain? The answers remain buried with them, under the Siberian snows. We now turn our gaze to the vast, shimmering expanse of the Pacific Ocean, the stage for one of the 20th century's most captivating and enduring mysteries, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, this pioneering aviator, a global icon of courage and adventure, embarked on an audacious attempt to circumnavigate the globe along an equatorial route in her twin-engine Lockheed Electra 10E. Accompanied by navigator Fred Noonan, Earhart had already completed a significant portion of her journey when on July 2nd, they vanished while en route from Lae, New Guinea to Howland Island, a tiny remote speck of land in the central Pacific. Earhart's last known radio transmissions, picked up by the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca, stationed near Howland Island, spoke of cloudy weather and difficulty in locating the island. She reported being low on fuel. Then, after a final, somewhat garbled message, there was only silence. An immense search and rescue operation, the most extensive in naval history at the time, scoured the seas and skies, but found no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their aircraft. It was as if the Electra had simply been swallowed by the immense blue void, leaving behind a void of a different kind, a void of answers. The official conclusion was that the aircraft ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, sinking without a trace. Yet this explanation has never quite quelled the persistent belief that there might be more to the story. Over the decades, numerous theories have emerged, each attempting to piece together the final hours of that fateful flight. Some suggest they missed Howland Island and crash-landed on another uninhabited atoll, possibly Gardner Island, now Nikumaroro, where they may have survived for a time as castaways. Expeditions to Nikumaroro have indeed found artifacts that some believe could be linked to Earhart or Noonan. Other, more elaborate theories propose that Earhart was on a secret espionage mission for the U.S. government, was captured by the Japanese, and perhaps even executed. There are even tales of her surviving under an assumed identity. The search for definitive answers continues to this day, with dedicated researchers and explorers employing cutting-edge technology to scan the ocean floor and remote islands. Amelia Earhart, who soared to such great heights, remains an ethereal figure, her final destination shrouded in the mists of the Pacific, a haunting whisper on the wind. Chapter 3. The Enigma on Somerton Sands, the Somerton Man. Our journey now takes us to the sun-drenched shores of Somerton Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. On the morning of December 1, 1948, the body of a well-dressed, unidentified man was discovered lying peacefully on the sand, his head propped against a seawall. There were no signs of violence, no obvious cause of death. He carried no identification, and even the labels from his clothing had been meticulously removed. Thus began one of Australia's most profound and baffling mysteries, the case of the Somerton Man, or the Tamam Shud case. The initial autopsy failed to determine a cause of death, though poisoning was suspected but never proven. The man's physical characteristics, athletic build, well-manicured hands, suggested he was not a vagrant. His dental records and fingerprints matched no known person. Investigators were faced with a complete blank. A man with no name, no past, and no apparent reason for his demise on a quiet Australian beach. The few possessions found on his person, a train ticket, a bus ticket, chewing gum, cigarettes, offered little in the way of clues to his identity or his final movements. The mystery deepened considerably when, months later, a pathologist re-examining the man's clothing discovered a tiny, hidden fob pocket sewn into his trousers. Inside was a small rolled-up piece of paper, printed with two words, Tamam Shud. This phrase, meaning it is ended or finished, was traced to the final page of a rare edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a collection of Persian poems. A nationwide appeal led to a local doctor coming forward. He had found a copy of this specific edition of the Rubaiyat discarded in his unlocked car around the time the Somerton Man was found. This book proved to be a treasure trove of further enigmas. Faint indentations on a back page appeared to be a coded message, 5 lines of seemingly random capital letters, which to this day remains undeciphered by the world's leading cryptographers. Also found in the book was an unlisted phone number belonging to a nurse named Jessica Thompson, who lived nearby. When interviewed, Thompson denied knowing the deceased man, though she appeared visibly distressed. The Somerton Man remains unidentified, his story an intricate puzzle of literary clues, cryptic codes, and unanswered questions, forever bound to the sands of that Australian beach. Chapter 4. A voice from the cosmos, the WOW signal. We now cast our gaze far beyond our terrestrial confines into the silent, star-strewn depths of the cosmos, where in 1977, a fleeting whisper from the void ignited a fervent debate about our place in the universe. On August 15th of that year, astronomer Dr. Jerry R. Amon, working on the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence SETI project at Ohio State University's Big Ear Radio Telescope, was reviewing data printouts when he encountered something truly extraordinary. A powerful, narrow-band radio signal, lasting for a full 72 seconds, originating from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. The signal was so striking, so unlike any known natural astrophysical phenomenon or terrestrial interference, that Dr. Amon famously circled it on the printout and wrote "WOW" in the margin, a name that has since become synonymous with this perplexing event. The signal's characteristics were tantalizingly close to what SETI researchers had long hypothesized an interstellar beacon from an intelligent alien civilization might look like. It was strong, appearing at a frequency that penetrates Earth's atmosphere with little interference, and it seemed to originate from a fixed point in space, ruling out a satellite or terrestrial source. The Big Ear telescope scanned the same patch of sky repeatedly in the hours and days that followed, and countless other telescopes have since been pointed towards that region, hoping to recapture this enigmatic transmission. Yet the WOW signal has never been detected again. Its fleeting appearance, a momentary burst of structured energy from the depths of space, left astronomers and scientists both thrilled and deeply puzzled. Was this a genuine, albeit unrepeated attempt at communication from an extraterrestrial intelligence? A cosmic shout across unimaginable distances? Numerous explanations have been proposed over the decades, ranging from the mundane to the highly speculative. Some suggest it could have been an unusual reflection of a terrestrial signal, or perhaps a rare undiscovered natural phenomenon, like the emissions from a passing comet, though these explanations often struggle to account for all the signal's unique properties. Despite rigorous analysis and continued searching, the source and nature of the WOW signal remain profoundly unknown. It stands as a singular, powerful anomaly, a momentary blip that hinted at something vast and perhaps intelligent lurking in the cosmic silence. Outro: The Unanswered Question. We have journeyed through landscapes of chilling uncertainty, from frozen mountain passes to the vastness of the Pacific, from a quiet Australian beach to the far reaches of the cosmos. Each enigma we've encountered stands as a stark reminder of the limits of our understanding, a testament to the fact that not all puzzles are destined to be solved, nor all questions answered. These are more than mere stories. They are echoes of the inexplicable, haunting the corridors of human knowledge and challenging our desire for certainty in an inherently uncertain universe. The threads of these mysteries, though frayed by time and worn by endless speculation, still hold a potent fascination. They compel us to look deeper, to question further, to acknowledge the profound depths of what remains unknown. The human spirit thrives on inquiry, on the relentless pursuit of truth, yet, perhaps some truths are fated to remain veiled, their secrets guarded by circumstance, by the passage of time, or by forces beyond our current comprehension. The silence that follows these tales is heavy with unspoken possibilities. The Dyatlov hikers, Amelia Earhart, the Somerton Man, the origin of the WOW signal, their stories endure, not for their resolution, but for their profound and unsettling lack of it. They remind us that our world, and the universe beyond, still hold secrets too deep to fathom, mysteries that may forever lie just beyond our grasp. As we step back from the edge of these enigmas, one powerful question lingers, echoing into the unknown. Will we ever uncover the truth?